Good evening, I'm Sayuri. It's lovely to see you again. Tonight, I'll be making Okonomiyaki with my 4 children. First, as always, I tuck a hand towel into my obi like an apron and tie it up with a sash so my kimono sleeves stay out of the way while I cook. It's called tasukigake. Right now, all 4 children are having their bath. While they do that, let's get started on the okonomiyaki batter. Today, I'll be making about 5 days worth of okonomiyaki, around 25 in total. Once they are cooked, I freeze them, so whenever we are busy, I can simply reheat one in the microwave. That way, we always have healthy, vegetable-packed okonomiyaki ready to go, just like homemade frozen food. For the cabbage, I use 1 large head. I cut it into bite-sized pieces so you can really enjoy the crunch. I also use bean sprouts, 2 bags. In Japan, a bag of bean sprouts usually costs around 30 to 50 yen at the supermarket. So they are a wonderful way to add plenty of vegetables. That's exactly why I love okonomiyaki. It lets the children eat lots of vegetables while enjoying every bite. Here is my own little twist on the recipe. I use only 1/3 of the usual amount of egg and replace the rest with tofu. This gives the okonomiyaki a lovely, chewy texture. I use 4 packs of silken tofu, 150 grams each, along with 3 eggs. I whisk them together well with a whisk. Then I add the okonomiyaki flour. This ready-made mix already contains everything you need: flour, dashi stock, grated yam powder, and more. So it's really convenient. I also add 1 cup of glutinous rice flour, which makes the batter even chewier and even richer in flavor. And instead of water, which is normally used, I use soy milk. It makes the flavor richer and adds extra nutrition too. I really recommend it. For the soy milk, I use 1 liter, the whole bottle. I add it little by little, mixing as I go to avoid any lumps forming. At first, it takes a bit of effort to mix, but as more soy milk is added, the butter gradually becomes smooth and silky. そうなのかわいい、ありがとう。 My daughter has just come out of the bath and told me she gave the baby, her little brother, a big hug in the bathtub. That's so sweet, isn't it? So now I add the cabbage and bean sprouts to the butter. And gently fold everything together with a ladle. Once the vegetables are evenly coated in butter, that's the sign it's ready. Next, I add chikuwa, 10 pieces this time. Chikuwa is a Japanese fish cake made from surimi, shaped into a tube with a hollow center. I cut it in half, then into small 5mm cubes, so you get a lovely bit of texture in every bite. Finally, I add some ikaten, a deep-fried, seasoned, dried squid snack, usually sold as a drinking snack. I crush it straight in the bag before adding it in. It's a really simple way to bring in that authentic shop-style flavor. As a final adjustment, I added a little more soy milk. The butter had been a bit difficult to mix, but now it's come together into a lovely, smooth okonomiyaki butter. There are several types of okonomiyaki, and the two most well-known are Kansai style and Hiroshima style. Today, I'm making my own original version, combining the best of both. On top of the Kansai style butter, I add yakisoba noodles, then cook everything together. Normally, thinly sliced pork is used for the meat, but today, to make it easier for the children to eat, I've prepared minced pork and beef instead. I'd really recommend using minced meat like this, especially for families with young children, as it's much easier for little ones to eat. I heat the hot plate to 250 degrees, then spread rice oil over it. The container I use for the oil is a silicone one I bought at a 100-yen shop. It can be washed in the dishwasher every time, so I find it very handy. The silicone brush spreads the oil beautifully over the surface of the hot plate. While we wait for the okonomiyaki to cook, we are watching Spirited Away, the Studio Ghibli film, together as a family. I lay down the butter, add the minced meat, then the yakisoba noodles, and put the lid on. I steam cook it on the hot plate at 250 degrees for about 5 minutes. Altogether, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to cook. By this point, the baby had already grown hungry, so I gave him a small mixed rice onigiri to keep him going. My second son, who has just turned 6, showed us that he's now able to use chopsticks. Seeing this, my eldest daughter, who is 8, showed us how she holds hers too. In Japan, there is a custom of children gradually learning the correct way to use chopsticks at the dinner table from a young age, little by little. My eldest daughter kindly shared a bit of her onigiri with my baby. That's so sweet of her. To make sure it's well cooked, I taste it myself first, then serve it to the children. I cut it into bite-sized pieces and top it with okonomiyaki sauce, handmade mayonnaise, and bonito flakes. I'm already preparing the next okonomiyaki, so mom stays very busy. But I love cooking on this hot plate because it lets the children watch the whole process. I hope that when they grow up, they will remember how meals are made. Now that the okonomiyaki is cooked, I'm using scissors to cut it into bite-sized pieces so the children can eat it more easily. After that, I drizzle over okonomiyaki sauce and homemade mayonnaise and sprinkle on some bonito flakes if you fancy. And the okonomiyaki is complete.
はい、じゃあいただきますご挨拶お願いします。
いただきますのご挨拶をいたします。お父さん、お母さん、おいしい給食をいただきます。
いただきます。
The first okonomiyaki is ready, and my eldest son has turned off the film for us. Let's all say いただきます together before we begin eating. Today, my 6-year-old, my second son, is leading us in the greeting. Every time he says, "Thank you, Mom and Dad, for this delicious meal," it fills my heart with joy. Moments like these, full of warmth and simple family tradition, make me feel truly happy. Spending our evening together like this, all dressed comfortably in kimono, relaxing in the tatami living room of our old Japanese rustic cottage with its cool, gentle breeze. It's a moment that makes me feel truly rich and happy.
How is it?
お好み焼き and かつお節 and so good.
Actually, today I tried styling my hair in a traditional Japanese Shin Nihongami style for the first time. I've been practicing for a long time and I finally managed to style it neatly. I wear kimono every day, though now that it's getting warmer, I've switched to yukata. Just wearing it gives me such a comfortable feeling, as though the fabric gently wraps around the body. It truly is a wonderful, uniquely Japanese garment that feels soothing simply to wear. The children each have their own kimono too, The boys wear jinbei, a traditional two-piece outfit made up of short trousers and a wrap-style top, similar to a kashkol. My eldest daughter is wearing a two-piece yukata with an adorable light blue obi made of satin and elastic. So cute. Adding cheese to okonomiyaki, if you like, makes it even more delicious. Today, my eldest son and I both wanted cheese on ours, so about 1 minute before it's finished cooking, I place a slice of cheese on top and let it melt in.
So how was today's swimming pool?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah? Did you swim long time?
Long time.
Really? How many meters did you swim?
Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, 6day, 7day, 8day.
Nice! So many days!
Whoa!
Wow! Thank you, Ayano-chan.
You're welcome.
Meal times are also a special time as a family. When the children tell us about their day and what happened, sometimes I ask them questions in English so that everyone can practice speaking both English and Japanese for the future. Today, my eldest daughter had a swimming lesson, so I asked her about it. I asked her how far she had swum, but she didn't quite understand the English and instead told me lots of days of the week. Even so, I wanted to respect what she was trying to say, so rather than correcting her, I simply continued the conversation saying, "Oh, so you had swimming lessons on so many days." I don't see meal times as a time for studying, so I try my best to respect the children's own way of answering, without pointing out mistakes or correcting them too much. Thank you so much for watching our everyday dinner time with us today. We will continue to share videos on YouTube about our daily life here in Japan, cherishing the spirit of traditional Japanese living. Thank you very much for watching today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.